me. Welcome back to the Don't Judge Me podcast. Here today with Sir Nygel, the House of Wayfiles from the Dark Gray Triad. Always looking left because I'm not right. You know who is right next to me? Because that's the best I got.
That would be me, Delnegro, and just as Sir Nygel said, welcome to the Don't Judge Me podcast. If you're a first-time listener, welcome. If you're a return listener, welcome. He's Sir Nygel. I'm Delnegro, and you are the jury, and as a member of the jury, it is your responsibility to judge with us any and everything that we bring to you. To do that, you can get in contact with us by email at don'tjudgepod@gmail.com, or you can call us at 202-642-9398. And with this episode, we've got someone on board with us who actually uses our voicemail line. So today we've got a special guest stepping into the jury box with us. A man who has turned his passion, family, and serious barbecue culture into a nationally recognized brand. He is a pitmaster, an entrepreneur, a flavor creator, and a mastermind behind Hooks, Rubs, and Spices. What started as a personal mission to create cleaner, allergy-friendly seasonings for his own family grew into a movement that is now respected by backyard grillers and competition barbecue teams alike. From his Texas roots to building a brand known for bold flavor and real authenticity, this guest represents what happens when hustle meets heart and a whole lot of smoke. So whether you're a grill master or a food lover or just someone who appreciates a good success story, get ready, because today we're talking business, barbecue, and everything in between. So join us in judgment in welcoming Mr. Jalapeno J, aka Jared Hooker, to episode 218 of the Don't Judge Me podcast.
Welcome.
Woo, man. Y'all, thank y'all very much. Jalapeno J, back and at it again. Thank y'all for having me back on the show, and thank y'all for giving me that nickname so long ago. I definitely appreciate it, and definitely appreciate the opportunity to be on the show with y'all. And thank you for that kind introduction. That was amazing. I couldn't have written it better myself.
I try.
So I appreciate y'all.
Well, we appreciate you getting on board as a member of the jury and probably the one who participates the most with the Don't Judge Me podcast.
Yes, definitely.
Giving us content both on the phone as well as in the group chat to talk about episode after episode after episode. So,
yes, indeed.
Sir Nygel, if you will, introduce Jared Hooker to our audience.
Yeah, Jared. Well, let's see where I start. For those who, I guess, who may not be familiar with our previous show from like 100 episodes ago, where you were on, talk about your meat process. Walk me through. Yeah, what you got going on with your meat over there, bro? Like, I know from the I guess social media and things of that nature. From my understanding, you're working on a new spice, if I'm correct. Walk me through. Share the world. Let's introduce them to your meat, and let's see how it goes.
Pause. Yeah, man. Well, I'll tell you what. So yeah, if you want to go check out while you're listening to us, go to @HooksRub on Instagram and on TikTok. Even though I don't know if I'll be posting on TikTok anymore, given the fact that they won't let you just post what you want to post. So we'll let that hang out there. But yeah, go check it out on Instagram and also on YouTube @HooksRub. And yeah, we have we're always sort of developing new products and seasonings and stuff like that. And yeah, we're working on some stuff right now. Working on a salt-free or no sodium, something like that, version of the spice. And we have a pretty good, I guess, sort of feel for the flavor combo we want to do. But it's always wild because I'll get suggestions or recommendations from family or friends or just random people, and say, hey, we'd really love if you have this flavor or something for this type of meat. And, if we get enough of that suggestion, or if we look at that and say, okay, well, there's some space in the market to bring this type of flavor combination, then why not? We'll start to test. We'll start to test it at least. So I've been testing that a little bit. And yeah, man, we will take all the meats available. We'll take, brisket, just a regular like a ribeye steak, chicken, salmon. We do a lot of seafood here, so salmon. We'll do like pork belly. We'll do bacon. We'll do pork blade. Any of that stuff, and we'll just try it. Try whatever the new seasoning is or new sauce in a scenario I'm about to show in a second, and really, just test it out in any way we can. We smoke it, we grill it, fricassee it, saute it, oven bake, whatever it is. We put it in a slow cooker, we call it like the slow cooker, and even air fryer. We try it every possible way, right?
Yeah.
Just to see if the flavor is going to work in a lot of different, I guess, techniques. And if it does, it's good. If you can see the flavor, if it burns off, then no, it's not going to work. And if it works in a lot of applications, we're like, all right, cool, we're gonna go with it. So yeah, so working on that. But then the most recent thing that we launched, which y'all tasted, was this pepper sauce, which I'll show you right here on the screen. And yeah, thank you for the video that you did on that, the pepper sauce. And yeah, man, that was our first sauce. It's a hot sauce. This hot sauce is interesting because I've been working on this hot sauce for like, I don't know, 5 years. Couldn't find like the flavor combination of peppers and spice and actual flavor, because I wanted it to be flavorful and not just hot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And also, and also something that could go on multiple things and not just on chicken wings. You know what I'm saying? So I put a lot. We put a lot of like R&D in that. A lot of different versions. The version that y'all tasted is probably about the, I don't know, 10th or 15th different version of where it started originally. But I got my original, I guess my for all time, my hot sauce inspiration is from Tabasco sauce.
Okay.
Because half my family from Louisiana.
Yeah, that was
I always loved that sauce growing up, but I always wanted something more because it just felt like it was too runny for some reason. So,
yep.
Yeah, man. But in this bottle, we got some Texas, we got some Louisiana, and we got some Caribbean all mixed into that bottle. And it's good. It's good. So, yeah, I remember Jay's video, the first impression video he took of that. So, it was pretty dope. Yeah, I don't know, man. So, yeah, it's crazy, but the process is a lot of testing that starts from like a little idea or like a synapse fire in my head, and then next thing you know, it's either a product that shows up on the shelf, or it's a product that lives in my brain or in my little binder forever. So yeah, it's fun.
So let me ask then, like, what's your? I mean, you just kind of said like it allowed like trial and error and kind of going through it. Like, what's the most enjoyable part of the process? And what's the most infuriating part of the process at that point? I mean, I'm assuming not succeeding, but just curious. I mean, you said this hot sauce took you 5 years to develop. I mean, I know at one point you had to not want to do it anymore.
Yeah,
but
most relationships don't last 5 years.
Yeah, I don't even know what a 5 year.
People give up on girlfriends after 6 months.
I've never had mine is 6 months. Like, if you make it a 7 months with me, you're a champion. So I mean, tell me what's going on.
Yeah, so honestly, man, like I think, I mean, for this, yeah, it's sort of like a labor of love. Like, I'm not going to put out anything unless it has like some kind of meaning specifically, and that it can, like actually bring like a change to either our product line or people's lives that are trying it, right? So that's sort of like at the heart of everything. So I'll try it. I'll do some. Initially, I'll start to write the recipe. So that is sort of a fun part because I'm sitting there trying to brainstorm, okay, what flavor combinations go together? Big ups to my sister for getting me she got me a book for Christmas one time, and it's sort of like a flavor Bible. It basically gives you all the flavors that go with each other. They're adjacent flavors, and then also their opposing flavors that can also help accentuate each other. So I use that a lot. So an enjoyable part of the process is definitely writing the recipes and coming up with all these combinations. Then getting the product in and actually testing them and doing the test run on my family and friends before anything ever comes to light. So that's the fun part for me. The part that I hate the most is having to pay my bottler to actually put it in the bottle, because that part sucks. But it is what it is. You got to bring the product out. You got to make it happen. And also another fun part is big shout out to my cousin Jay, which if y'all listened to that episode a long time ago with us in the hashtag Blackout Podcast, which I'll talk about in a second. He is my label designer. So nice. I just feed him all of the ideas. I feed him the name. I feed him, all the flavor profiles. I send him a sample, stuff like that. I'm like, can you turn this into a label or whatever it is? And yeah, he does. And the cool thing is, with the pepper sauce, it's the first product we have that has like a character on the product, not just like, pictures of animals, icons of animals. It has a character. So somebody commented to me, it was like, why does this product that you have now have like a character on it? None of the other one does. Seems off-brand. And I was like, what? It is different, but any sauce that we make and the sauces that we're coming out with, as well as some barbecue sauces that I've also put on the shelf that have also been in the works, they all have characters associated with them. And my cousin Jay is the one who's created those characters. So, he's very patient with me. Thankfully he is, because I'll look at it, I'll be like, oh, what about this? What about that? And then after he sends the image, I'll completely change it and say, what about this? And he's like, all right, cool. So, big ups to him, big shout out to him. So that's the creative process is my favorite part. The process of going to like launching it, the process of going to like a pop-up or farmer's market and have people taste it. That's also a fun part too, because I get to tell people about it, tell them it's new, get their first reaction, and really talk to them, about what they feel, how it compares to other things, how they would use it. Those things, I love that information. I love that data, because then I'll take it back and try to use it for something else. But yeah, the whole, the part from finalizing the flavor, getting it tested by the lab, having to, work with my bottler, getting it bottled, that part I don't like, because that's the expensive part. That's the expensive part. But, overall it's enjoyable. At the end of the day, when you have somebody try a product and be like, that's the best thing I ever tasted, or this is better than XYZ name, that is a known name that you see on the shelf, and it's genuine feedback. That's the part that I love the most. Just making that change and difference, and somebody coming back to order it again. Because if they order it once, it's cool. If they order it like 2 times, okay, cool, they liked it enough. But if they order it multiple times or come back to you at the market and be like, we missed you at the last market, why weren't you there? I was trying to order that again. That's when you made a positive change in somebody's cabinet, I guess.
Yeah, because now they kind of depend on it. It's like, well, I can't make my dinner without Hooks, Rubs, and Spices. Like,
I'll tell you, there are some people that reach out like that, and I have one thing that Smoke and Sweetness, which is our flagship, like, I guess like the fan favorite. It's out of stock right now. I've gotten several messages like, all right, where's the Smoke and Sweetness at?
Yeah.
Where's that? I'm like, it's getting bottled.
Yeah.
Be patient. I'll put you on the list to know as soon as it's out, because people are like, I need 4 bottles, because that's what I rely on every day. I'm like, thanks, dog.
Well,
so
but that's also
amazing, man, and it's a blessing.
But that's gonna make you feel good though, right?
So I have a question. When it comes down to having the ingredients, and then you have to get to manufacturing, how much time does it take from I have what I need, but now I need to put it in bottles? Like, what's that time frame in between that?
Yeah. So typically, what's going to happen is initially, for years, like the first 9 years or so of this company, 8 years, I did everything myself. Getting the bottles, getting the labels printed, getting each individual ingredient, spending time at a commercial kitchen, bottling it, sealing it up, labeling, everything, like, is crazy. So now, and that process was a shorter process per se, because I could literally just go to Restaurant Depot or some other supply store or order online for the products that I need. So that's like, a couple day window there. Now, thankfully I've grown to the point where, I bottler that can do it for me. Co-packer is what we call it. And pretty much every brand you see on the store shelves, at least the major brands, if they don't have a co-packer, they're manufacturing it themselves in a very big warehouse. So thankfully I have a co-packer situation. And so I reach out to them and say, hey, you know, I'd love to order, I need to reorder this, whatever. This is a new product, you know, I need to make an order for it. And they'll send me an invoice. I pay for it. About 3 weeks to a month later, it's ready to go. Unless it's a slow time for them, and sometimes it comes in a couple weeks, because they take the order from me, they take the payment from me, then they reach out to their suppliers and get, you know, all the specific ingredients I need if they don't have them, and then they start to spin up the recipe for me, and they bottle it. So yeah, it could be up to a month from the time that I initially placed the order with them. So yeah, it's wild. But from the point of me creating a product like this hot sauce, I had to go get it tested at a lab, so to make sure it's not too acidic or not acidic enough so it doesn't kill anybody. And so that takes, you know, about a week, give or take, to get that done. And then contacting my bottler, having them do a test run with some of the ingredients. That takes a week or two. And then, you know, the rest of the process, like I mentioned, you know, about another month. So it could be like a month and a half from the time I'm like, okay, this is my flavor, and then going forward. But if I go to the lab and they're like, oh, it's not acidic enough, or, you know, it's too acidic, you know, then I have to make some tweaks here and there to try to level the pH balance. Just like back in the day, they said that secret deodorant was pH balanced for women.
Yeah.
You know, every sauce has to be pH balanced so it will not kill you.
That makes sense, though.
When you buy it, so.
You know what isn't pH balanced anymore? 72-hour deodorant. Because
I was gonna say
it's got to throw everything off. It's got to throw everything off if you use the deodorant once for 72 hours. Like it's just sinks.
I wouldn't trust that.
It's just, and it's not just for your armpits. It's for all over your body.
Wait, like even if you take a shower, that's just supposed to be.
No, you washed it off. But if you don't take a shower for 72 hours,
no, you know, honestly, what's gotten me, just, even on that vein, is that the internet will have someone get on there and be like, "Y'all actually shower every day?" And it's like, first off, why are you on here? Like, you should take your internet. Take your internet away from you, because Batman couldn't get me to say
I didn't do.
I don't be washing my ass for 3 days. Like, no, like I don't understand. So even with that, like somebody will read that and be like, "Oh, I'm good for 3 days." No, you're not.
Plenty of people.
You musky.
Those are the same people who don't wash their legs or they don't wash their arms in the shower.
No,
they say I'll wash my underarms and my butt, but I won't wash my legs. I'll just let the soap drip down on them.
I've seen that too, where somebody's like, "Oh, the soap's hitting the legs on the way out." No, I need you
just leaving a coating of soap on your legs.
Like, scrub it a little bit, bro. Like, you ain't gotta do like a deep cleanse. Like, you ain't got like just make sure you hit it like bop 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 bop.
Yeah,
like I don't.
You gotta be quick, right?
I don't get that.
Okay, so I have a question. 72-hour deodorant. Do people roll it on their whole body like lotion?
I would assume.
I'm sure, because I've seen commercials and how the doctor in the commercial is describing the usage of it.
No.
They're demonstrating here and there and everywhere. So I have to think that if there's a joint, they're rubbing deodorant into a joint.
Look, first off, let me have a young lady come over and she rolled deodorant on her kneecaps. I'm gonna be like, get the fuck out.
The back of her knees. It's subtle. It's subtle back there.
No. I need you to get out. I need you to get out right now. You're a psycho.
You just imagine it's like caked up with that deodorant film. You know, like that white film.
No.
They're like, girl, did you rub in your lotion? No, that's my 72-hour.
No.
Mondo deodorant.
Even 72, like that is because that's days.
It's days.
No. Because I'm gonna be honest. Look, I'm gonna be honest. Look, I work at an office pretty much. I'm not mobile, but I will sit at my desk all day and still be musky as hell. And I'm like, I haven't moved. Like, I'm just fermenting. I'm out here marinating and nasty. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why do I smell and I haven't done shit today? Right?
Yeah.
Somebody, you gonna tell me you gonna be like, nah, I got this. I got 2 more days out of this.
Got a schedule on your iCal. Like,
nah, bro.
I ain't got to put on deodorant for another 14 hours.
those same people who think 72-hour deodorant work, those same people too who ask, do you shower every day? Those are the kids that you remember from like grade school that for some reason always smell like boo-boo.
No, and they was always scratching their ass because they had booty particles in their butt cheeks because they ain't wiping their ass.
Exactly. And I would always be like, why does James, that can't be, James, James, did you take a shower last night?
Nope.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
nope.
Those are the same people. Now they're internet influencers asking you if you shower every day and showing you the usage of a 3-day deodorant. That can't work. Like, I can't
No.
see that actually.
Honestly, I don't even know why they made it. You know, like it's like, oh, you knew you could make it, but you never thought of why. Why are you making this? Like, why are you making something that lasts 72 hours? That's crazy.
Because they're telling on themselves.
Nah.
Every projection is an admission. So the scientist who came up with this is Dirty James.
Yeah, no. Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm tired of showering. I'm gonna make it justifiable. We're gonna sell this shit in Walmart. I'm gonna find my people. Because even with 72, I'd be like, all right, so if I only wait for 8, it should be stronger. Like at that point,
You should have extra more power for the first.
It should last longer and stronger. It should be like a Big Bertha type junk. Like I should never smell.
Exactly.
Because you shouldn't be going more than like a day.
You probably never sweat anymore either, but that's besides the point.
I mean, your glands are clogged.
They clog the hell out of them.
No,
There's no way.
72 drink, it's got to be. You have to have acne at that point. I feel or something. Like your skin is
everything
horrible.
is just stuck inside of you. As soon as you rinse it off, though, like my mind always goes to like the cartoon world of like you put it on for 72 hours. As soon as you take a shower and rinse it off, it just pours out of your whole body.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything that's been held up by the 72-hour deodorant. It's like, all right,
that's a must.
Now we're gonna pop out.
It's a musty bathroom.
It's got to be chemically similar to spackle.
Yeah,
that's the only thing that can.
You're
block
sealing
things.
your pores. You're
just sealing everything in.
You're sealing your pores. That's what I say. Your skin gotta be horrible. That's probably why people look bad. Sometimes be like, ooh, you say you're 20, you look 40. Like it's because you done shellackled your pores up for years and your body don't know how to act. You just like that landlord paint job. You just keep painting over it. You just keep painting over shit. You got bugs underneath the paint. You got the poor light switch.
This makes me think of a new product we're gonna come out with.
Yeah, please.
Hooks Rub, body spray / body sprinkle. I'm trying to like baby powder, but
I like body sprinkle,
right? So you just shake it up. I'm trying to say. Just sprinkle it on your body, and you'll be well seasoned, and you'll smell really good. You'll smell like seasoned, so people know that you know how to use seasonings. Your food probably smell good, and it's just the body sprinkle. Just put that body sprinkle on.
You know what? That's like a good brine almost. At that point, like you out here marinating the skin. You a snack for real.
There you go.
You actually might have something here, though.
Yeah, no, I
might be on something.
Honestly, you called me with body sprinkle. I would look at it.
That's the term, body sprinkle.
Yeah, body sprinkle. I would look at it. I'd be like,
because really, all he's doing is making baby powder, but putting glitter in it. Put some rainbows and unicorns on the bottle, on the packaging. Sell it to girls. Hooks and rubbing all over the body. You know what I'm saying? Like,
definitely.
Exactly.
Got him.
Exactly. Just
body sprinkle.
Sprinkle it down every part of it. And you know what, guys? That's a free product. So if y'all want to go ahead and take that idea, Nygel is yours.
Oh, thank you. Look, don't play.
Don't judge me, body sprinkle.
Yeah, don't judge me. Actually, that aligns. Don't judge me.
I'm not washing my ass.
Yo,
don't judge me.
Body sprinkles.
Got body sprinkle.
Yes.
And it's gotta be like like Waffle House pancakes. It's gonna be something like like cliche, like this junk. But it's like, oh, okay, all right.
Mm-hmm.
It gotta be like a bench chili bowl chili.
I was gonna say not quite fresh snow.
Snow
that's been like driven on. We all know what that smells like.
It's gotta be like cliche, our people scents.
No.
Pickle butter.
No, it can't be for us.
No, yeah, you're right.
It's gotta be for them.
You're right. It's gotta be like Swiss cheese. Charcuterie board. Charcuterie board.
He said
charcuterie board. What else could it be? Oh, whatever. It can run with it. Body sprinkle.
72-hour body sprinkle.
72-hour body sprinkle.
No, you got up those numbers.
Okay, I was about to say, we know it only lasts.
148. We do it 148 hours.
We know it only lasts for like 13 minutes.
Nah, we're stretching.
Whatever. We're gonna stretch it out.
You gotta compound it. Two layers. 148. 172 hours.
I mean, like when it comes to food, there are situations where, like if it's a brisket, I will trim it up and I'll season it and I'll let it sit in the fridge overnight so it can, start to, I guess, suck in some of the seasoning. And then just before I put it on the grill the next day, I will re-season it. So it's like putting that seasoning back so you can double your sprinkle. Double the sprinkle, double the flavor, double the marination, double the charcuterie.
I'll tell you, look, put it on at night, put it on in the morning. That's how you gotta do it.
Double the charcuterie.
Yeah, you got cocoon. You got your cocoon.
Cocoon.
Yeah, you got cocoon and sprinkles. So you encase yourself, and then in the morning you are born again, delicious.
If y'all want to bring that product to life, I know some packagers. I know some people who do your labels. Hit me up. We'll make it happen. So.
Yeah, hit the lottery first.
This will be good. You will heard it here first. But no, I don't know, man. There's a lot that goes into the process of bringing something from ideation to reality. I have, like Eminem, like apparently he had like a binder of like all his raps that he wrote down. Mm-hmm. I'm in no way comparing myself to Eminem, but for the one fact that I have a binder, a notebook of all these recipes, and there's a lot that will probably never see the light of day because they never just complete. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
But when I find when we've seen something that looks like it'll work, people ask about it, we test it. Is this viable? Is it going to cost too much to make? Like stuff with glitter, I've seen that.
Yeah, I've seen
edible
that
glitter. If it's not going to work, then it's not worth it. But if it makes sense, and then let's go with it. But yeah, it's wild. Edible glitter is a thing.
Yeah, I know.
My sister's a cake decorator, and she brought some edible glitter to our house one time to decorate some stuff with the kids, and I was like, this is magic. Like, where did this come from?
No, it's just plastic. It's just plastic. That's all.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I've even seen like Walmart. It was like edible gold flakes.
Yeah, the gold flakes.
And I was just like, all right. I mean, it's kind of like with Ghost Lager. What was it? Was it the liquor that had like gold flakes in there or whatever?
I hate that stuff.
Yeah, it was pretty much the equivalent to Fireball, I guess nowadays. But their gimmick was like gold flakes in there, whatchamacallit. And but I got something for you out there. Like even I saw recently at Walmart, like Cinnamon Toast Crunch Spice.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, I'm just like, okay, I get. I mean, brown sugar,
cinnamon, and brown sugar.
Yeah,
That's
like,
what they're giving us.
A lot of extra steps, but I mean, sure, like, all right, say that's some fat back energy, but you know what I'm saying.
Speaking of fat back stuff, so I know you do like shows and events with barbecue food. No, I'm thinking of fat backs.
No, just
so I'm thinking of fat backs. I'm thinking of carnivals. Have you gotten into the niche of carnival foods, but with barbecue? Because it's usually fried foods.
Wow. Yeah. I have made things that I have done that. I've made stuff like that. I haven't gone to a carnival to sell it before, but one thing that I did a couple years ago. There's a video on my Instagram where, and normally I'll do these things called oddly delicious combinations.
I remember that.
And so it's like two different.
Did you do
techniques.
The mustard and watermelon? Did you do that?
That was not me.
Okay.
Never.
He's like,
mustard and watermelon.
He's like, don't you dare slander me.
They will take my Southern black man card for that. That is never going to happen, ever. No, I don't know who did that, but it wasn't me, thank goodness. No, but I would take two different things. So obviously I would probably have tried that before somebody did, and I would never do it. I renounce it. But no, I did tempura fried lasagna sticks.
Oh,
so
that sounds like
I made a I made a lasagna, like a beef and cheese lasagna, and then I froze it. I sliced it into like strips or whatever. I froze it, and then I battered it in tempura batter, deep fried it, and had like these little sticks. And man, it turned out amazing. And I did have people saying go to the Texas State Fair, because Texas State Fair is one of the places where you always see the crazy food, right? Among other places. So they're like, you should go to Texas State Fair and bring those lasagna sticks with you. And I thought about it, but no, it's not. Nah, it's crazy. There's some wild stuff. I saw, there's like deep fried cheesecake.
Yep, Oreos. I've seen butter. Like literally
just butter,
deep fried butter, which is crazy.
It is wild because butter, unless it is like as frozen as hard as like dry ice, it's gonna melt.
Yeah,
as soon as it hits that fry wall.
Yeah, so you're pretty much just eating like butter infused bread at that point, just deep fried butter infused bread
with powdered sugar.
Yeah, but I mean like. That butter, to your point, that butter's not surviving, so it's just gonna get It's just gonna get soaked up into the shell, and all you're essentially doing is eating like a croissant on crack at that point.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. That's just as fried at that point, and going from there.
Yeah, it is wild, but hey, you know what? That tastes good though.
No, it does. I mean, I can imagine, but something in me, I couldn't go and be like, yo, let me get that deep fried butter. Like I wouldn't want to say it. I'd have to be like, let me get one of them. And they'd be like, what?
That one.
Dim.
That one.
that
Dim.
Right. But let me tell you something. Obviously I know, y'all don't live anywhere close to Texas, but if you ever are traveling for business or just happen to want to go to Texas during the fall and go to the Texas State Fair, that's where you will see some of the most outlandish deep fried anything you can't imagine in the world. Because that's where they had deep fried butter. That's the first place I heard of like fried cheesecake, fried key lime pie, several different things. It's kind of insane. A fried margarita.
What?
How you gonna fry a margarita?
I could, because I even like in theory, right? The alcohol wouldn't allow you to freeze it, so it would be liquidy regardless. You pretty much put a slushy, and I don't know how you would do that actually.
Do you make a gummy? Do you make a gummy from the margarita mix and then freeze that, then fry the gummy?
Well, I feel like possibly. I feel like there's no alcohol. I feel like it's just the flavoring of it, because even if you cook alcohol, the alcohol is gone. So
I think you'd have to deep fry a ball that had all the flavors of margarita. So like lemon lime, excuse me.
Yeah. The salt content, and stuff like that.
And then infuse it with some tequila afterward.
That's probably it. It's the butter. It's the deep fried butter infused with tequila in the
possibly.
end.
There you go. That would be amazing. One thing I did do though, that is carnival food, was several years ago. My brother and I competed in a barbecue competition, and one of the subcategories was best hamburger, right? And we did. Let me tell y'all, we did a double cheeseburger. It was like a smash burger, right? A double cheeseburger smash burger. Multiple layers of cheese in there. We did a bacon weave, right? So smoked bacon.
Yeah.
We wove into like I don't know. We just wove it. And we wrapped that
like a wicker jar.
Wrapped that around the cheeseburgers, right?
Oh, okay.
Another slab of melted cheese on top. There was several different sauces or whatever, pickles, and then we did deep fried bacon strips, and it was like chicken fried steak, like that type of breading.
Yeah.
On bacon strips, deep fried them, put that on the burger, yeah, man, we end up winning that.
I'm about to say all that. I mean, like at that point, you should.
I feel like y'all should have
made with love.
I feel like they should have had Krispy Kreme donuts as buns, because that is the Luther. That is a Luther leather burger.
Look, I love a burger, but I am so against.
I know.
The donut bun, yo. Like I I don't want to have it sticky on my fingers, Pause. Like, like I just that is the wild part. Like I don't know if I want that sweet to meat. I don't know. Something about it. It's diabolical. I probably take a bite.
You have to.
But again, I wouldn't order it. Like somebody had to order and be like, "You want a bite?" And I'd be like,
"Nah, give me that. Give me that."
Yeah, I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could go up there and be like, "Let me get that jump." But I'll be like, "Let me fat my back up."
Yeah, man. I don't know. I can't do the donut burger either. I don't know. I am a fan of like sweet and salty combined. Sweet and savory. But for some reason, the donut. The first time I saw somebody do it, it just threw me off. I was just like, no, I can't. I was like, I don't want to taste. I don't even want to taste it. I want to see somebody else eat it and be like, okay, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm never gonna try it. Just like watermelon and mustard.
I feel like if they cut the donut in half and I had like the bread part up top.
Oh, they flipped it.
Like if it's like cut it in half and have it where it's like the inside at the top, I might be more inclined to order it. But because it's glazed on the top,
you just don't want that.
I don't. Yeah, I don't.
You don't like the sticky.
Yeah, I wouldn't want because already I know it's gonna be a mess. I know that's the type of burger you bite into it and everything's sliding out the back almost. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, but it might be good. I mean, I don't know. I feel like the donut also has to be like a certain like a fresh Krispy Kreme. You can't be no stale joint. But I know they're probably frying it.
There's no health. There's no.
I'm not saying like for health wise. I'm just saying like it's probably to mask it. Like so it's not. I know the donut's probably not fresh. They didn't go to the baker that morning and was like, we need fresh donuts for our donut burger because everyone's gonna order this joint. Like no, I feel like it's like get the donut out the back.
They got donuts.
They got like the Edmonds or some shit. Like you know what I'm saying. Like, so I don't know. I just feel like it's not the fresh joints.
Yeah.
So
what I would try. I'm sorry, real quick. What I would try, however, is either a donut or apple fritter, egg, cheese, and bacon sandwich.
I get it.
A breakfast sandwich.
I get it.
I would do that.
I get it.
I would do that.
Because I will do the strawberry jam on my bacon, egg, and cheese. So I get it.
Really?
I get it.
I don't think I've ever thought of doing that.
Try it. Tell me how it is. I know you're trying to do slim. Well, I guess it's not the summer anymore, but you know what I'm trying to say. But still do it. Let me know.
I gotta think of a new thing. I was Fat Boy Fall last year, so I gotta try to fabulous fabulous fellow fabulous fellow fall. No, that's weird.
That's worth it. That's worth it. That's worth it.
Maybe I'll go back to Gucci Swole. That's what I'll go back
Gucci Swole.
Gucci Swole.
When Gucci Man first came home from jail, he was Gucci Swole.
And so we were like, I'm trying to work out so I could get Gucci Swole. And that literally was like the theme for what it was like 2017 maybe,
something
18.
Like that.
It was a long time ago.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So I was going to say, I've gone out with women who work in the food industry for one reason or another at different stages of my life. And regardless of where I would take them, they would always have something to say about the food that's being brought out. Like they would critique it, they would tear it apart or say they needed to do this or say they needed to do that. But as a spice master, do you have a hard time going out and just enjoying a simple dinner with your families because you're thinking about what they could have done to make it better?
Oh yeah, 100%. And it's okay. I worked in the food industry before, and I worked in a lot of different, I guess cuisine types, right? And so and coming from a family that knew how to season really well, me doing this right now, it is definitely one of those things when something hits the table and I start to taste, start to eat it, whatever. I definitely get an opinion immediately. I'm just like, they didn't use enough salt, or they didn't balance the spice out. Like there's definitely that comes up. I was a lot worse. I'm a lot better now as far as like enjoying my meal. I'm trying to say. What I do a lot of times, if it's a place that I've been, multiple times, most of the time I'll get like one or two of the same things. I won't really deviate that much most of the time. Every now and then I will, if it's like a special or something. But if it's a place I've never been before, or for traveling, never been there before, I'll ask my server or the person behind the cash register, what's your favorite thing on the menu? and they'll come back with like one thing, or if they come back with three things, I always order the first thing that they come out with, just because I'm like, you know what? Most of the time, the people that work at the restaurant know, like they know the best stuff, and they'll either suggest it or that'll be like literally their favorite. And there hasn't been many times where I've been disappointed in that, but it is very hard. I'll tell you, when I went to Europe, right? We went to like the UK a couple summers ago, and the UK is not necessarily known for like pops of flavor. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, they're not necessarily known. It's just like beans on toast and stuff like that.
Yum.
And I was, right. I had to say though, I was pleasantly surprised that they did have a lot of, that they did have a lot of good flavor going on. It wasn't the same that we'd have here in the States, in the South, or anywhere in the States, honestly, or even up there like where y'all live, with the crab and stuff like that in Maryland. Like, it's nothing like that, right? But you could tell that they had balanced flavor and it wasn't overpowered, and I could appreciate that. Yeah. If something is over salty, I'm like, all right, this is good, but it's too salty. You know what I'm trying to say? If something is bland and doesn't have any flavor on it, I'm just like, y'all need somebody to come cook for y'all. But like a place like that, like, England, Scotland, Ireland, there was a lot of great food there that actually was well balanced in flavor. So if people, I think it's a big misconception of people, saying that they don't know how to cook over there or they don't know how to season. They do. It's just balance. And we over here on this side of the pond have, I guess, have been, over seasoned, for lack of a better term, for too long. Even though I don't have a problem with a lot of seasoning, it's just like over seasoned sometimes. So, we just see it differently. But it is, having worked in the restaurant industry, you see everything, you taste everything, you look at the waiter's timing, and you're like, all right, they ever gonna come back? You know what I'm trying to say? I'll see a glass, I'll see a glass that sits down on my table, and I'll just notice a chip in it, or like a little hairline crack or something. That's just the stuff that you always notice. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah, like Jay, I know that you're an artist, right? So you probably notice like lines and brush strokes and things like that, from a lot of different artwork that you see, and maybe you have a mental critique in your head. That's the same thing I do with food. But I'm a lot better now about enjoying it than I used to be.
That's good.
It'd be hard. There's some places though. There's a place here, a barbecue place here in Utah. Well,
first of all, that's where you're wrong.
That is a statement in itself.
A barbecue place in Utah. Come on.
A statement. There are some good barbecue places.
Well, just real quick, because I feel like on Food Network, you always see like, oh, I'm Korean soul and I'm bringing my roots to Nebraska, and it's like, okay, buddy, like it's like I know no one else has this. I'm about to be that guy, and there's always someone that like is like, all right, I'm about to create the most unique shit. Like, oh, I'm running this Cambodian. Like, oh, okay. Like, where are you, Canada? Like, okay, I guess.
I think it's a state off of the Great Lakes somewhere, right? And they were catching seafood like fish, cod, whatever, right? Mm-hmm. But off of the Great Lakes, so middle of America. Mm-hmm.
Fresh.
And they called the dude the pit master. And this is how he cooked the food. Put all the seafood into a vat of boiling water, added salt. And people were excited for it because the pit master ain't got no business feeding people saltwater food. Well, saltwater food.
Maybe the ingredients were so good that he didn't have to do much to alter the flavor. That's some fresh shit.
I feel like that's a lie.
No, I don't. I'm trying.
I feel like that's a lie. And he had one exciting thing where he would roll like a flammable liquid under the vat, because it's outdoors and it's over an open fire.
This sounds crazy.
So he would roll out.
Sounds very dangerous.
He would roll out some water, and it would just, this big reddish, dark red flame would go around the kettle or whatever, and that was like why he was the pit master, because he could do that.
Okay, you know what? Go ahead.
I was gonna say I've seen that. It like I know exactly what you're talking about. I can't remember who it is, but I saw that video recently. Where somebody does just that. It's like they're cooking something, and then all of a sudden they like throw the fire down. It's like whoosh, and they barely even seasoned it with anything.
Salt.
And everybody's like, "Oh my god!"
And it's people are excited. So,
well, it just shows you how lame that area is at that point.
But that's an extension of the UK because that's where they came from.
Oh yeah, I could just imagine that point. They probably had nothing else better. I mean, that point, that's probably like the entertainment.
That is so lame. Overseason, people, please overseason. I appreciate you for it.
Yeah. Overseason is way better than underseason. I'll tell you that. You always need more salt or more something.
What's a season that you're just not fond of and you've never found it to work for you?
Sage.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't know what to do with that.
And lavender. Those two. If you ever heard of herbs de Provence, right? Look up the seasoning, the blend, whatever it's called, herbs de Provence. It is horrible for me. Like I've never. Okay, back in Texas, there was a spice place that was right around the corner from where my wife and I lived. Right after we got married, I would go there all the time. Pensies, shout out to Pensies. They had a lot of great stuff. And they had all these different herbs and spices and stuff like that. And this is well before I ever imagined I was going to be doing this for part of my job. So, but one of the things I was like, this is cool. It's called Herbs de Provence. There's some little purple flowers in there. Maybe I smelled it. I was like, all right, it's probably gonna be good. I brought it home. I used it one time on, I don't know, like some seafood. It was horrible. I was like, the French don't know how to cook. Like after that, I was like, I feel bad. It's not true. The French do know how to cook. But I was just like, there's lavender in there.
Yeah.
This lavender serves no purpose. And then sage, only because the fact that I'm allergic to sage, like it makes me sneeze and itch. So I hate it. I wish I could use it, but I hate it. But I like to use it sometimes like in sausage, but it's just not. It just never. It stinks, and it's not good. And the sad part is, in Utah, especially like as you get like further into like the mountains or like in the drier areas here, there's a lot of sagebrush. Like those tumbleweeds that you see.
Yeah.
A lot of times that's sage that's turned into a tumbleweed. And we literally see tumbleweeds tumbling across the street.
That's crazy.
That is like something I wouldn't know what to do if I walked outside and be like, is that tumbleweed?
First off, but even just like with him saying sage, I'm like, I wouldn't even know what that would even look like, to be honest. Like if I was in someone's kitchen and like, pass me the sage, I'd be like, what'd you say to me?
Is it written on the bottle?
Like, what'd you say to me?
Yeah.
Like, is this a joke? Yeah. Even
what
lavender. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was saying, what about y'all? What are some seasoning or flavors that like when y'all taste it, y'all like, this is bad?
There's definitely there's one and I just can't get it out of my coriander.
That is a spice.
Yeah, that's the one. It's just like why would you know what it is? Rosemary. I'm sorry, rosemary. Rosemary's the one where I'm just like, this is not enough, because some people season things with just like rosemary and sage and they put them together and it's just like, that's all they put together, rosemary and sage. It's nothing else.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is not enough. No, rosemary is it has a pleasant scent, but it tastes like green, like not vegetables. It tastes like green.
Okay.
It's true. Rosemary is kind of weird. That's true.
I feel like mine's paprika.
I
don't know why. Like maybe I'm buying the wrong one, but every seasoning I've ever, like every recipe I've ever come across, and it'll like add some in, I swear it ruins it. And I'm like, I'm doing the exact measurements. I have scales. Like I'm not. Something about it. It ruins the dish for me, and I don't know. I think I'm doing it wrong, or maybe I'm not cutting it right, or maybe I'm missing.
Yeah.
But mind you, I'm also looking up recipes on like Pinterest and stuff like that, so it might be my source material that is steering me wrong. Someone with 72-hour deodorant trying to teach me how to make a dish, and Pinterest is a dangerous place.
Pinterest has a hit and miss rate. You know what I'm trying to say?
Well, no, because sometimes it'd be like, oh, this looks amazing, but it's also like, all right, like, do I really need to read your bio to really understand that this is
skip the recipe?
Well, but if you read it, it tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah.
And my husband, who's never home, who beats me occasionally, likes this dish. Oh, maybe I don't need to eat this.
Yeah, maybe not.
This is the move.
I never read the bio. Like,
me either.
Unless I get to the recipe and I'm like, well, why did they use this? And then I'll go back and try to scan for that word, and try to find it. Otherwise, I never read it. But yeah, I'll tell you what, man. Paprika is weird because, like my mom will use paprika in a potato salad. She does. She'll just do like a finished dusting on top. And paprika, for the most part, doesn't have any flavor at all. Excuse me, doesn't have any flavor unless you get like the smoked Hungarian paprika.
Yeah,
and that actually has flavor. Otherwise, it's like it's just like you sprinkling.
It's parsley. It's red parsley.
Well, because I think isn't it just a ground up like red pepper or something of that nature? But I love red pepper.
It's a red pepper that's not spicy.
Yeah, but I like red pepper. So I'm like, I don't understand why I don't like this.
I was confused for years as an adult because I'm thinking of red peppers as bell peppers, right? The red bell pepper.
Well, yeah.
So when I would get red pepper flakes, they would be spicy, and I'd be like, "What is this?"
Oh yeah, okay.
How did this? Not thinking that they're using different kinds of peppers to create these different
many peppers. There's so many peppers, and speaking of the hot sauce earlier, there's another hot sauce that I've been working on, I want it to be different from what we had before, but also still have like flavor and spice, to it, and there's so many peppers. There's so many versions of peppers. So many like heat, levels
indexes,
of peppers. The Scoville rating.
Yeah.
But also, there's peppers that if you have it fresh, it has one like spice level. That if you smoke it, it's a different one. If you like dry it out, it's a different one. Like there's so many different versions. A jalapeno is different, right? If you smoke it, then and you let it, let it stay on the vine longer, it turns red, and you smoke it, it becomes a chipotle. So it's literally the same pepper, right? It's just like how long it stayed on the vine, so it's a little sweet and spicy, and smoky compared to just straight green, and spicy. It's so weird.
But even then, even the peppers themselves could be totally different. Like I bought jalapenos from like the Asian market, I guess, whatever. Okay. And like some of them be like, "Oh shit, I'm about to die," and some of them be like, "Oh, this was nothing. This is whack." Like y'all didn't come from the same jump. Like y'all came from a different line of the farm or something. Like because you's weak.
One jalapeno from the south. And one jalapeno from
like you must have got more sun or something. Like I don't know what it is. Like you got more love or something. I don't know what was happening, but it's even hard to kind of gauge it.
I'll tell you this: when you go to look for peppers specifically, and specifically peppers that have spice to them, not regular bell pepper because they don't. But if you go and look for a pepper with spice, and you see peppers with like the little lines on them, those are spicier than the ones that are like.
So look for the stretch marks.
So the more stretch marks, what do you want to call it? The more lines, then the spicier the pepper it is. But also, if you eat the pepper with the seeds and with the little white pith on the inside, that's spicier than removing it. So
that's what also messes me up because sometimes I'm like, I'll keep the seeds in because this last one was whack, and then it's like. Danger Will Robinson, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you've overcompensated because now this one came from like a strong lineage. It's like, I'm out here, I got my stretch marks, and you kept the seeds in, you about to die. Like it's like, you're right. I got a little tear in my eye. Let me not wipe it because I'm gonna go blind.
Exactly. No, it's wild, man. It's wild. So it's interesting going to places here and having things. I'll tell you. Living in Utah, it's interesting because it's a food desert per se. Like I remember when my wife and I were dating, and my mom was like, "All right, well, I know you're from Utah, so like Louisiana has like Cajun food, Texas like barbecue. Like, what's the food culture of Utah?" And my wife was like, "Fry sauce." My mom was like, "What is that?" And fry sauce is like ketchup and mayo, like mixed up together. You dip your fries in. I was like, "Really?" I was like, "That's all y'all got? It's fry sauce. It is like green, like Jello with carrots and raisins in it. Is the stuff they call funeral potatoes, which is basically like au gratin potatoes, but the potatoes are like shredded, and they have them at funerals and other occasions. They call them funeral potatoes. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but like that's it. And I was just like, wow, this is sad. So the best food I've had here, outside of my friends that are like, you know, barbecue friends here that I know they cook, you know, really well, I've tasted food. But otherwise, at restaurants, the best food I have has normally been at like mom and pop shops, like boutique style restaurants, or food trucks.
Yeah,
exactly. And mainly food trucks that are incorporating food from like other countries. There's a lot of good Asian food here, a lot of good Asian of every kind, and a lot of good, like, you know, Mexican food and South American food, and a lot of people that own those restaurants and trucks, you know, are from those other countries, and you know, they brought their culture. So that's what I like to. Jamaican food. There's a really good Jamaican truck here. Yeah, so it's good. So there's a dude actually from Texas who has a barbecue spot here. He's from just south of Houston, and he always does oxtails, like oxtails,
nice.
Everything oxtail. So it's good. I've had it. It's very good, very expensive, but it's very good. There was, however, another barbecue place that opened up here in the general town that I live in, like you know, 10 minutes away from where I live. And I was like, okay, cool, new barbecue spot. I want to try it out. I went there. One thing that you can tell when you go to a barbecue restaurant, if you walk in the door and it doesn't smell like barbecue or smoke, then you know you might have a problem. I walked into this place, that happened. No barbecue smell, no smoke. It was still quite early in the day, like they had just opened for lunch maybe an hour beforehand, but I'm like, at this point, you should have been smoking all night. We should smell it, right? I looked out in there, the little barbecue pit area that they have, where you can see it, you know, from the restaurant. They have these two pits combined, have to be about, you know, $50,000 to $60,000 in equipment. They have a full wall, like in their back area, that's full of wood stacked up. So I was like, I know they got wood, and I know they have like these amazing pits here to cook food on. So it's probably gonna be good. Let's try it out. I tried it, y'all. Me and my son tried it. It was like a waste of $50. I was so sad.
See, that's also the problem. Sad. That's why I be having sometimes with, like, especially like barbecue spots, because like it'd be like, yo, it's so expensive, you know, because I want my brisket or whatever the case may be, and it's like I don't want to pay, like, you know, like $50. Mm-hmm. It's already like not a large portion, right? And it's like then it winds up being mid, and it's like, I could have done this at home.
It's so tough. It's so tough, and I'm not going to say that I'm the best pit master. I'm not going to say that I'm the best barbecue cook.
He's the best pit master we know.
Yeah, no, because
he's the best pit. He's the best pit master that Don't Judge Me podcast and the jury knows, so we can say that.
Yeah, because you be saying some food porn sometimes. I be saying some food. I be like, damn, I want to drive.
I've had my share of mishaps, but I do feel like if you have a restaurant or food establishment, you have to bring it every day, because you never know who's going to walk in there. It's going to be their first experience, last experience, whatever it is. You know, but you got to bring some flavor every time. And if you have, especially barbecue, and you claim Texas barbecue, where I'm from, especially if the person who owns it is not from Texas, then I'm like, come on, man, you got to bring something. If you don't, it makes me really sad. And you know, sadly, a lot of those places don't last. So it is what it is.
Because imagine though, you're setting a bad tone. Because it's like, you know, somebody's like, oh, I've had Texas before, and it's all right. And it's like, no, where'd you have it from? Where'd you get it from?
South Dakota. I'll
tell you what, man, people in the community Facebook group, you know, it's always fun to look at the city Facebook group, and they'll, you know, somebody will say, oh, best barbecue, whatever, like people name all these places, they name that place, and
you got to kick them out the group.
Me and one of my barbecue friends there, who both, you know, been to that place, you know, at least once or twice before, we will always just comment to each other back and forth on the hilarity of people saying that is the best. They're like, I've been to Austin, Texas, and had, you know, the best barbecue there. This is better than that. And I'm just like, bro, you have never. Maybe you went to Austin in your dreams, because you ain't go for real and then say that this is better than that. So it's wild. The other wild thing is here. Okay, so it's not a lot of melanin in Utah, at least my darkness of melanin, right?
Y'all got AJ DeBonsa. He's up there.
He is not. No, he's at BYU. Okay,
that's Utah.
That doesn't count.
Okay, all right, fine. Fair.
He's a rental. We'll say it like that. He's a rental for the university.
That's crazy.
For
I
a
love
year
that.
or two, and then he's gonna go on a great pro career probably. But no, this is wild. But no, and it is ironic because speaking of another athlete, that Keisha Love, which I sent y'all.
Yeah.
She's like a Olympic bobsledder or whatever. She's from here. She's a sister. So yeah, hopefully she does well in the Olympics. But no, there's a lot of not a lot of melanin, but there are a lot of chicken places here, especially in the town I live in. On the main street in the town that I live in, there are no less than 7 chicken places. There is a Lane's, and they're all like chicken wings, chicken strips, chicken fingers.
Yeah.
There's Lane's Chicken. There's Chick-fil-A. There is Houston Hot Chicken. These people are not from Houston, but somehow they call Houston Hot Chicken. There's Dave's Hot Chicken. There's Wingstop. Oh shoot, what else is there? There's like 2 other. And then right around the corner, there's like a Raising Cane's. There's I can't remember. There's another chicken place, but there's a lot of chicken strip places, and it's like chicken strip wars here. And I'm just like, we didn't need anything but Chick-fil-A. We could have just left Chick-fil-A and been fine. But then all these other chicken places, for some reason, Utah loves chicken. Mm-hmm. So I think it's a misconception, a melanin misconception.
They got soul and they super bad in Utah.
Mm-hmm. they want to get down with the pollo.
Are there pollo spots in Utah?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
In the hood.
In the hood.
Yeah.
The backside of the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
let me tell you, the hood here though is probably like a nice area where y'all live. Like it's not even like if you imagine the hood there, you will never see it. It doesn't get that bad here. It's like a middle class like area. It's the hood here. It's not the same. It's not the same. My wife's like, I'm from the hood, and I drive there. I'm like, really? Like this is like where I grew up. Like,
it's like no one has free lunches over here. This isn't the hood.
Yeah. This is not the hood. Yeah. So it's funny. It's wild though. It's wild when you go somewhere and before we moved here, when we come to visit her family, you know, we'd see like black people walking down the street. She's like, look, Jared, I think there's another black guy right there. I'm like, it's wild if you got to point out the black people.
Yeah, I feel like it's more racist actually at that point because it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to acknowledge it. As soon as you acknowledged it, it became a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, I saw him.
I definitely saw him.
Yeah, you didn't point him out. Because you also now looking for black people at this point. That's a problem.
Yeah. No, but it's wild, man. It's just a very different place.
I can imagine
culturally and food wise, it's a different place. But like I said before, I'll give credit because I have some friends that I know that can cook, and they're from here, so I give them big props. They're cultured, you know, enough to know how to cook, and they're from here. But no, it's wild. I don't know. I want you to. I want to see if there's some judgment out there for this, because I was thinking about this, especially when we were talking about, working in the restaurant industry. Before I worked in the restaurant industry, I went on a date with somebody, years ago when I was, in high school, in college, whatever. Went on a date with somebody. I was kind of broke. The only money I had was a gift card, and it was like a gift check, like a gift certificate. Mm-hmm. Back in the day when they wrote out paper gift certificates, it was like a $25 gift certificate to this, I guess this like Cajun seafood restaurant, and we went there. We had a really good meal. I paid with the gift check, and like $5 extra was my tip. And I actually no, it was like $2. That's sort of all I had in my pocket because I need the other $3 because we're gonna go have ice cream after that. So really, it was a horrible tip. Like it was like the meal was like $22. Not even that. It was $24, something like that. So it was a bad tip. and so I want y'all to judge me, but I want to know if y'all have ever left a horrible tip. And mind you, this is before I had any kind of going out money, if that makes any kind of sense.
Oh, I definitely have. I feel like I have. I think a lot of times it depends on my mood, not to be like that, but like if I'm doing, like I say, a carry out, a lot of times I'm like, I don't feel like I should tip you because I'm ordering, I'm delivering it to myself. You're just taking the order. I shouldn't have to do that.
What about a nice sit down meal?
Now, a nice sit down meal, I think it also depends on like how often did you come in and check in on me? Like, did I have to like track you down for something? Like, was my order correct? Like that, then it's like you get base level 10 at that point. I usually do a 10% minimum. And then if you exceed that expectation, then it goes up. So like, I'll do like, 20 or 30 depending on how your service was. But if you took my order and I don't see you again until you give me my check, you're getting 10 or maybe whatever the roundup is. I have a thing where I think even numbers are 0s and 5s. So like if it came up to like 33.27, you might get 35 because I feel like 40 is too much, right? And I can't negative you, right? So it's got to end in a 5 or a 0 for me. Like this is like my mindset. So it's like if I saw you once, you might get that $1.37. Or whatever the fictitious number is. But if like you're killing it, or even doing just the bare minimum, you usually get like 20% for me. But but it's always that awkward of doing carry out that I always like, because it's like, I went to the Cheesecake Factory the other day for like my mom's something for my mom. And it was like, hey, can I get a cheesecake, slice of cheesecake for like the plain or whatever? Cool. Tip, and I'm like, what? You're not doing anything. Are you making it? Like you just cutting out pre-frozen cheesecake. You don't deserve a tip.
Labor.
So then I'm like, I look at my in the eye kind of, and I'm like, no. And I'm like, I don't know what type of energy you need right now, but like, do I gotta give you a slur or a nickname or something? Like, how do you do that without coming off as like an asshole?
Yeah.
Broke bitch. Wow. Get a better job. I don't know. Like, I don't know how to do it. I feel bad, but it's also like you didn't really do anything.
Yeah, I'm not tipping on carry out. That's just not that's not the wave. Now, my standard practice now is like I'm giving 20% unless you're bad. Like you could be not great. I'm just gonna give the 20 because that's just the easy math for me. And it's not like a precise 20. I'm just doubling the first number twice. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just doing it
so
simple
like
math
8,
or whatever.
16,
but if you're
16.
like if you're like ass with it, then I'm leaving like the $1 tip and leaving a note on the receipt like this is why you got $1.
So me share when I was in high school, we did that. Get your service up, you're horrible, or something of that nature. Mm-hmm. But one of the girls that we were with left their wallet or purse in the place that we were at, so we had to go back. And of course, she didn't want to go in to get her own bag. So we walked in and was like, we was we was just here. I think we was here. I don't even really know. But there's a purse. Then y'all didn't throw it away, did you? Because I know we was mad disrespectful leaving that note. We got the purse, but ever since then I was like, I'm never writing anything, or I'm doing a triple check of the booth before I leave, because that was the craziest experience. Because it was like I left my purse and we was like, bitch, we was rude.
I remember being young, like high school age, and I was out with some guys that might have been like young adults. Yeah. I'm like 15 and they're like 20, and we went to Denny's and it was like 7 of us in a 2-door shadow. Yeah. So it was just, we was packed in tight, and I had a couple dollars. You know what I mean? This is 95 or whatever. So it didn't cost a lot. A Grand Slam at Denny's was $2.99. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. But like when it came down to the tip, we were all looking around at each other, and then we saw another table who left their tip, and it then became our tip.
Oh, that's funny.
So,
wow, you slid that money over.
Just put it right on our table.
But even on that energy, I used to go with these group of guys, right? And they be the type of dude that didn't understand tax, right? And so this is more group setting. So like, I ordered the soda. Let's say it's $2.99. All right, well here's $3. And it's like, well, what about tax and tip, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? You ain't. He'd be like, well, my meal was $14.99, my drink was $2.99, so here's $18. I want my $2 back. I'm sorry. Hold on.
Like,
What math you mathing?
He's just doing the front numbers. The front numbers.
Like, you ain't adding nothing. You ain't adding tip. And he always want to do it like in a group. Like, he never wanted to do it separate because he knew he could swindle. So I always hate doing group drinks because I swear every time it's always like, yo, we like $10 short. And like, nobody tipping. And so I always want to, like, that's why I usually drive in a group drive. I'd be like, yo, can we do separate drinks? Because I swear people, they math ain't mathing.
Yeah, you gotta get to the waitress. Can we get separate? Yo, because I swear it'd be. Because it'd be. I mean, some people just. I don't know. They just don't incorporate it. Like, taxes like 6% here in Maryland area. I'm like, yeah, at least incorporate that, and then work in the tip. But nah, it'd be like, oh yeah, my job was $14.99 and $2.99, so here's $18, and they'd be exact with it too. And I'm like, hold on, you.
I'll tell you what, man. Like, I do know this. Like, I don't think I learned to tip when I was growing up. I remember in college hanging out with some friends. We ordered Domino's or Papa John's, something like that, back before Papa John's was racist. And I remember paying like $10 or whatever it was to the driver when he came to the door. And my friend with me, she was like, "What did you tip him?" I was like, "What do you mean tip? What for what?" She's like, "You're supposed to tip the pizza guy." I was like, "What are you talking about? Like, my pizza was $10. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I gave him his money and that was it." It's like, no, you need to tip people like this. You got to tip the pizza driver. So from then on, I realized that people who deliver pizza, stuff like that, I started tipping the pizza driver. Like, I'd never heard of it before that.
No,
like,
same.
You just paid for the pizza and was done. You know what I'm trying to say?
Same. I got I work with a couple people that worked in the food industry, and they were like, well, they don't make money. You gotta tip them. And I'm like, that seems like a fucked up on the system. Like, I shouldn't have to.
Yeah,
but I was like, but then it's also like, well, what am I ordering? That's why actually like now I don't do DoorDash and stuff like that, because of the fact that they charge you delivery charge plus the tip plus the tax plus something else, and I'm like, it's getting too expensive. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. But like back in the day, it'd be like the same kind of energy. Like, well, it costs $10, so here's $10. But then it was like I messed with a couple girls that was like working in it. It's like, yo, that's how we make money. And I was like, all right, well, I guess I'll throw in for $10, I throw in the $2. But I was like, I feel like that's not even really impactful. But I mean, whatever. But then when you start getting like more adult, when you get like to like that $100, $200, like not $200, get out of here. But like $100, then it's like, all right, well, that's $10. I guess that's worth it at that point, or $20 at that point. But that also changes the whole vibe, because like you said, like you're going out with a $20 joint, it's like $100. You do a 20-30% tip, that's $130. We're starting to get in a higher bracket. It's like damn, like okay, all right.
I know from I know back when I was a server in Texas. The minimum wage for servers $2.15.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't know if that's changed. $2.15 plus tips, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, man, you have some great nights and some horrible nights. The best thing in that situation is to eventually end up at a restaurant that's like a fine dining place where it's
because then it's every check is
$100 per person type of thing.
Yeah.
So then you actually make some money, right? So outside of that, if you're working at Denny's, like my wife worked at Shoney's years ago.
Oh shit.
She was just like, she'd have like the same little old dude come in like every week or something like that, tip like the same, 50 cents, like, and she's like, all right, this little old guy, it is what it is, but whenever she get like like that $1 tip, $2 tip. I'm trying to say, she's like, I had to work like 10 times as hard just to like make a night, I'm trying to say. But then, me comparing that to working in fine dining and stuff like that, it's not even close, it's not even close, but it's wild, man. The restaurant industry is definitely a wild place. I don't know how they get away with it.
No, it's crazy because
it's a cartel. That's how.
Well, no, because honestly, even the industry, I even later found out like at bars, like if you tip, they share that tip.
Yeah, they share it with.
So it's like I'm trying to tip you, like I can't. So like
in the barbacks, they also get.
Well, so it's like you almost got to tip like with cash, but even then, that's creating a bad environment for that person, because if they don't report what you're giving them, then it looks bad in the group. So it's like I want to tip you as an individual because you're the one that worked with me. But if I give you 20, you might only see 3 of that, or 4, maybe. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's whack.
Yeah, it just depends.
Yeah, so it's like it depends on how you've been working. Yeah. So it's like I want to tip you.
I worked at this place one time. a Brazilian restaurant. Food was amazing. My coworkers, outstanding, especially the people. There was a lot of the staff was from Brazil or other parts of South America. Really dope people. I love them. The owners, however, were very shady. Anytime somebody used a credit card to pay for their bill, they would take that out of the check of the server. It is not our fault.
You can't do that.
We have no.
You can't do that. What the fuck?
That is shady.
So yeah, they would take that little credit card fee out, but then also there were some people who worked in the kitchen who may not have been documented, who definitely did not speak fluent English, and so like every bit of correspondence, like when they got their check in the mail or their check at work, whatever it was all in English, right? But a lot of these people know numbers really well, and like when you clock in, clock out, you get a little ticket that says your hours, right? At the end of the week, you have all your hours, and you get to say, okay, this is about how much it should be, whenever I get my check, based on the percentages and taxes and stuff. So there were several times where there were people who worked in the kitchen who looked at their check and was like, this is $100 off. This is $200 off. This is $50 off. So they one of my friends, they talked to my friend about it. And like, hey, can you help me ask about this? So went to the accountant who was also a part of the ownership family, and was like, hey, what, they have several checks and it's a little weird. And they're like, oh, we're sorry, that's an accounting error. Every time it was accounting error with every person that it happened to. And we found out that they were sliding money off the back.
Yeah. Good, figure they wouldn't say nothing.
It is, but then of course when you say something, then they're like, "Oh,
you called us. You called us. My bad. You got me."
No, they can't say we got you. You got me.
So sad.
They can just say
I'll eat that food, but I just won't go back there I'll eat the food, but I will never go back there to eat. So I'll never eat their food again. So,
yeah.
So it's wild, man.
Speaking of going back there, am I understanding this correctly? Mm-hmm. Is H-Tag podcast coming back?
Yeah, man. That's a great segue and call back to what I said earlier. So yeah, shout out to my cousin Jay. He sends his love. We have taken a hiatus for a while. Life, family, kids, work, all kinds of stuff sort of got in the way, and just time. There's a lot of stuff that's going on, but yeah, we actually plan on coming back again on our anniversary, which will be April the 20th. So we will have a show again scheduled for April the 20th.
Nice.
And yeah, coming back. And I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna like rebrand. So we're gonna keep the same name, all that stuff. But I think we're sort of gonna rebrand like our show. It'll be interview, and it will be really about stuff that we relate to. So we're both fathers of like teenagers. We're both married. We're both from the South. Grew up in the same family. Have similar similar like interests in that. But also we love nerd culture. We grew up in like the 80s. I'm trying to say 80s, 90s type of babies. So a little bit of nostalgia mixed in there with old toys and video games and movies and cartoons and things like that. So we're gonna and then also we're gonna mix in obviously anything that has to do with like dad culture, married life, all that stuff. So we're gonna bring it back. We'll have more interviews. It'll be more of an interview style rather than just us like randomly rattling off things. So yeah, so it's coming back. It's coming back. It's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you without a dope beat to step to, but we'll come back at some point.
When'd you last record the show?
Yeah, I was gonna ask the same thing.
Whew, let's see. It would have been 2023.
Oh wow.
I think like the early fall 2023. That was like the last episode-ish. So a lot going on,
I mean, it happens, man. Time is a construct, right? That shit flies by. All of a sudden, you like, damn, okay, it's another year.
Definitely, and definitely me. Like I'm the one who like asked for the pause just because I had a lot going on, and then of course Jay had a couple random things pop up and so we just we were just never had a time that we could sync up to really do it, and we're always just sort of like and not quite ready yet type of thing. But now, yeah, we're going to bring it back. So yeah, it's just, we value our family and other things over that to a point. So yeah, so we'll bring it back. So yeah, coming back. Stay tuned. Hashtag Blackout Pod coming back.
So
you will have Jalapeno J back.
Nice.
So just going through life and things are happening. You're seeing things on TV. You're reading the news. Listening to the radio. Do you still have thoughts like this will be a great topic for the show?
Yeah, we still have. There's a lot, man. There is a lot that has happened everywhere, especially in society. Especially where each of us live, even in our own households. Like a lot of craziness has happened, and we have to deal with. And yeah, so yeah, we got things to talk about. We're loaded up. So yeah, it'll be interesting, and we'll be happy to have y'all back on at some point in time. So whenever y'all are available, we'll work it out. To try to get y'all on the show. But yeah, man, there's always stuff. Just like in our little Instagram group chat that we have.
Mm-hmm.
There's always wild stuff. Like there's
definitely
always wild stuff. I'm glad that y'all always judge people for it on your show. It's always fun listening to that. Yeah, it's wild. Just like on your last show, you're talking about like the OnlyFans, doing stuff with the OnlyFans. Literally the other day, before I even heard that show, I was driving behind somebody. They had a Tesla that said OF money, OnlyFans money, and I was like, really?
See, now
license plate.
Again, some stuff I think social media has made it where people are too comfortable sharing stuff you shouldn't. Like, no one need to know that. You could just have your car.
Exactly.
But now you just are saying like, yeah, I be out here slobbing knob, and I got this Tesla for it. Like, that's crazy.
Or feet pics or whatever it is. You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
bruh. And it's like, dog.
People, it's too much. People are too comfortable.
No, they are. I think we need to bring back bullying. I think we need to bring back bullying. I think people need to be No, I think that's what, like, back in the day, you didn't do certain things so like, I don't want to get bullied. But now, it's everyone got a safe space. So now they're like, oh, I'm about to be as weird as fucking possible because no one's going to check me. And I think you need to be bullied.
Yeah.
I think you need to be bullied. That's what it is. Look.
Yeah. I don't know about bullying per se, but I do know that people, like you said, they're way too comfortable telling their truth. Sometimes your truth just needs to stay inside.
Not malicious bullying, not like beating people up, but I think like the old oh, you old goofy, like say something like just I need somebody to do that quick check because I feel like somebody does something and it's like
check somebody,
and it's like, bruh, all you need that one person to be like, bruh, you right, like, you know what I'm saying, and that's enough to bring it, because I think people like they put a toe over the line. No one checks them.
No, see,
put another toe over the line. Next thing you know, you do some weird shit.
Yeah. What I think you're wrong is somebody's going to check them, but they're not going to say you're right. They're going to defend themselves like it's their Facebook page. Yeah. This is my page, and it's going to be the same thing in real life.
But then you got,
and then it's going to have to get fisticuffs.
Maybe maybe that's where the bullying comes in.
The punch buggy bullies need to come back.
Honestly, I will tell you. I swear, if anything, the youth of our day, right, had impeccable eyesight. Because I swear motherfuckers would see a punch buggy around a corner. It'd be like, punch buggy, red punch buggy, no punch back. Where?
What is the punch buggy?
A Volkswagen Beetle. So if you saw a Volkswagen Beetle back in the day, you just punch somebody in the shoulder or whatever else.
So maybe that's a regional thing. Okay, so yeah, whenever you saw
we call it slug bug.
Okay, so glad same energy. Okay, so essentially you see these joints, but like I swear it'll always be like, oh, he just turned. Did he? Did he turn? What was his license plate? Like, make up something right now on the spot.
Or even like snatch pop. I don't know if you know what a snatch pop is.
Know what that is.
That's when you have something and someone just takes it out your hand, snatch pop.
Oh no, that's crazy.
That kind of bullying where it's just like you just gotta suck your teeth or fight for it. Like, it just made you a stronger person.
It made you aware.
You would not do that to us.
But you know what?
Do that to us.
I agree with this because I have a big problem with people with situational awareness, right? Because I swear, like, people will be in, like, grocery stores and, like, park their cart parallel to the fucking... And I'm like, yeah, you eating up the whole aisle, right? Like, aren't you aware? And this is the main energy, like, the main character energy drink, but it's also, like, you aware there's other people here, right? Like, I swear people just are oblivious to their surroundings. And I'm just like... But if somebody was going to yank their purse or yank their wallet, I'd like, give me your fucking snack. Like, you'd be more conscientious of like, oh, let me be looking around real quick.
See, that's the type of thing. Like back in the day, I remember in high school in Houston, there was a time frame where everybody. It seemed like almost all the brothers in my grade shaved their head bald, right? It was a thing. It was like bald head was the hairstyle, right? Or you had like a bald fade. It was something like that. So on top of that, you know, if you caught somebody in the hallway and you just caught the back of their head wide open.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fingers, right on the back of the head.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something that needs to be brought back in a situation of awareness.
You can't do that to kids now because they all have broccoli on the top of their heads, so it's just not like
no.
Even or they have a mullet. Like, I don't know
have you guys ever? I mean, maybe this was in my school, but I'm assuming it's universal because I feel like stuff translates, just probably different names. But you ever like walk underneath the corridor and somebody dunk on you?
Yeah. Okay. You walk into the doorway and somebody.
Dog. Every time I would go through, I'd be like, I'm not leisurely walking through a doorway. You ain't about to dunk on me, bro. Yeah. No, I don't think so. No. So again, situated because it's like diabolical, yo. That would ruin your afternoon. You go on a fucking like free period and you get dunked on. Oh, my day ruined.
See, all those things make sense. That's sort of like funny. Like, you know, like you're funny teasing, bullying. It's not.
Yeah, like, no, I'm not talking about like pushing you down
that
and.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not talking about like curb stomping you and nothing like that. That's I'm just talking about like just
slamming you into a locker.
Yeah, I'm talking about like just checking like, because like I saw this post the other day. It was like, you didn't get made fun of because you like anime. You got made fun of because you Naruto ran and did some other shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
weird stuff.
You did weird shit and you got made fun of for it. Like, nothing diabolical, but just like, hey, yo.
Like your Dragon Ball Z kid on the Metro.
Yo, I gotta share this. I'll post the picture. The little dude walked in on the Metro, the subway, walking a Goku hairstyle, a black dude.
What?
And I'm like, dog, there was no conventions, nothing going. You know what was crazy? The convention.
There's conventions going on now.
No, there was. Someone shit on the floor.
What?
Someone shit in the middle of the floor. And I was like, I'm glad I didn't go there. I think it was called Otakon. No, it wasn't Otakon. It was one of those like anime conventions that was happening this past weekend in the Gaylord and the National Harbor.
Right.
And apparently someone shit on the floor in the middle of like the walkway where everybody was walking.
Like, it's a prank, bro.
No, but still,
it's plenty of bathrooms in that space.
There ain't nothing that like you're an adult. But see, this is the type of stuff that gets highlighted.
This is the 72-hour deodorant kid.
Shut up.
That's who did that.
Yeah, 72-hour Depends or something. It was like, I could shit all day.
That's who did that.
But apparently they legit actually, I can't even show you. They apparently shit on the fuck. No, there's actually a video we'll play. But I'll share it with you guys. Apparently this motherfucker shit on the floor. But no, needless to say, like, that's the type of stuff you like. Now that whole con, it's gonna be like, oh, they be shitting on floors, and now that whole group will be made fun of. But it's like, all right, this is a bad representation, right? But it's also like you get made fun of because you do certain shit. Like, it's not because of, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not because of that thing. It's because you doing weird shit.
Yeah, they need to pull him out. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they need to pull him out and just like on camera and just like bully him, like just beat him up real quick.
Yeah, no, they need to.
You're giving us a bad name.
No, like, bruh, like it's already bad enough saying you like anime and stuff like that while getting some sort of like, oh.
Just imagine getting your ass whipped by a big foam sword that somebody made at home.
No,
and foam armor and stuff.
Crash out though, yo. Like if I'm walking and I get shit on my shoes in the middle of a convention hall, that's crazy. Or you're walking like, what the fuck is that? My 72-hour delivery on hour 4. Like I know I got 68 hours.
68 hours left.
I got 68 hours. And what's that smell?
Oh man, that's wild.
There's some booty juice on the floor.
The guy who got on the subway, Did he have like a Goku outfit on?
No, he was wearing like a white tee or like a black tee, like jeans and like a backpack over his shoulder. Like this man was like coming from school or something. Like I honestly had no. And then he was doing like jujutsu state. Like he was like doing like signs and like before he left the metro. And I'm like, what are you summoning? Like I'm like, you know what?
Got a lot going on.
No, it was also too because the signs was from JJK. The hair was from Goku. He was doing something else that was from like another anime. I'm like, you're doing too much. And I was just like, you need to be bullied. Because someone...
That is wild.
You apparently have a group of people that encourage this. And I'm like, you need to be checked because you're gonna be on the news one day or something like that.
Yeah. He will be. Just doing hand signs.
Yeah, hand signs. Fucking people up. Like, I don't know what it was, but it was like, yo, you that's what you need to get bullied. Like, not like bad, not like curb stomping, but like someone need to be like, yeah, what your goofy ass, Goku ass.
Except if you say that to him, he's probably got the ability. You remember like Kung Fu Theater when we were younger? So when he speaks, right, his mouth is moving, but words aren't coming out.
You know what?
And he's going to tell you, it's going to be like a summoning spell as to what his response is going to be to
But then at that point, you got it. I feel like it would. Look, if somebody comes at him and be like, "What's your goofy ass?" and he crushes me, the legend of the Black Goku is gonna spread.
And you're like, "All right, you good, man."
You good, man.
They're like, "Oh, is that him? Is that the dude that crushed?"
Can we be friends? Like, are we homies now?
But I know that's not gonna happen. That's not the energy. That's not the energy.
That's wild.
But yeah, no, he had black Goku hair, bro. Like I was like, yo, what is? I'll send it in our group chat later on. Like it was because even after I took the picture, there was a Spanish family sitting next to me, and they were just like, "You see that shit?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I see that shit." Like all of us was in unison. We like became best friends right there because it was like, "You see this crazy shit?" And we as a group were pretty much bullying him from a distance. Like,
yeah, oh my god, that's wild, man. It's wild. It, like you said, people are very comfortable in their own truth.
And power to you, but like I also feel like there's do that shit at home at that point. Like I don't know, like I mean maybe be power, be who you are, embrace it, but you also gotta accept like if I be like, yo, bro, you looking crazy, wild.
One of my favorite like sayings is, and this goes to stuff like you were talking about. This goes to like the wild recipes that you'll see people create on social media. It's like sometimes you just don't have to.
No.
Like just that. Sometimes you just don't have to. That applies to so much right now.
No.
I'm trying to say sometimes just don't.
Seriously, I seen this one joint where I guess this girl was making cookies, and so she actually used her dog's paw to make the paw print in the cookie.
Paw print cookies. No.
It was like, why would you do that? Like,
she could have been making it for
she
the
was
dog.
rage baiting. I know she was because she always every time I seen her, she always posted some shit where it's like, I know you didn't. Like, and I'm like, I know she rage bait, but I don't follow her enough. But every once in a while, she'll show up my timeline. I'm like, you anger me.
Like, and that's the reason why you don't eat everybody food at the potluck.
No facts.
Eat your own food.
No facts.
That's it.
Because honestly, like I like. Even with like people when they like I guess do a potluck, I almost want to be like, send me a picture of your house real quick. I mean, let me see what your kitchen look like.
Yes.
Let me see what it look like. I need to see what it look like right now.
Do you have any cats? Because if you do, they're on the countertops.
Well, that too. But like, I need to know how you live. Because if you take a picture of your joint and it looks like the bathroom from Saw, then no, I don't want to eat. I don't want to eat that shit. Like,
send me a picture of your kitchen. Send me a picture of what the inside of your fridge look like.
I need to know. No, I need to see them things because if you pull out some shit and it's like it looks grimy or like it looks like a before or after or like a before picture of Ajax or some shit like 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 they haven't wiped the grease off. No, I don't need to eat that.
Yes.
Because most of the time all it is cheese, noodles, and meat. Like that's most times in those potlucks, and it's like, nah, I'm good. I'm good.
It's scary. We've had potlucks at work, at my job, and I will only eat my food unless there's like a store-bought cake or something like that. I'll eat that.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, okay, it doesn't look like it was tampered with, but I'll eat my food, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I am the store brought bringer. I will order chicken.
That's how you know it's safe.
50 wings, bringing them in.
You know what's funny?
That's what I eat.
That's the best way to do it.
It usually is, because honestly, a lot of times it's even better, because like I've even tried to, like, oh, I'm gonna make something, and after I start looking at the ingredients, and I was like, no, I could buy this, I could order twice, like I could get 1,000 wings for the same price it would have cost me to buy, like, the cheese, the noodles, the this, the that, not to mention the cooking it, the I gotta bring it around. Like, I'm like, nah, I just go pick it up.
And you know somebody's gonna use rosemary and or sage in one of their homemade products.
That's also a possibility.
They absolutely will.
Well, cause I also feel like most people also don't lead with their game winner either. Like, it's like they're like, oh, I don't usually make this. Why'd you make it now? Like, I don't understand why you even brought it. Like, you should be bringing your number one dish,
because the ingredients were cheap, and I don't respect you.
But then it's like, don't even do a potluck.
Yeah.
Let's just go out to eat as a group.
Okay, one question. This is my last question for y'all, but chicken wings.
Yeah.
What do you consider a chicken wing? The flat is a wing, the drum is a wing, and the tip is a wing, or one whole piece, all three pieces together is a wing?
I prefer the whole.
There's only one right answer. The whole thing is the wing.
The whole thing is the wing, but I know there's places that will be like, oh, here's a 6-piece, and it's the drum flat, drum flat, drum flat, and it's like, well, no, that's actually 3 wings.
Not even 3.
It's like a 80% wing.
80% of a wing, yes.
Because even though I don't really eat, but I have nibbled on it. Like, I'm just like, depends on how hungry I am. I have like been like, nothing there. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, I've done it. I mean, even though it's not consistent, but it's definitely been like, this looks like it got meat on it. And it's like, okay, nah, I'm just eating the fried part at this point.
And I will tell you.
I'll definitely say that somehow, I don't know who it was, maybe it was Wingstop or somebody else that decided that chicken wings were like the little tiny, like the disjointed pieces of the full wing. But it makes me so sad when somebody's like, I have chicken wings, and I go and I'm just like, so this is one wing. Where's the rest of the wing? You know what I'm trying to say? So, I grew up on those chicken wings. You said chicken wings earlier, so that just made me think about that.
Well, chicken wings are my favorite food. It is my comfort food, actually, because I grew up eating carryout food my whole youth.
What flavor?
Oh, it's not flavored. See, this is great that you bring that up, because I believe when they divide the wing into the different pieces, they treat the chicken wing differently. Case in point, if you go to a carryout and you get chicken from a carryout, it's got the full wing.
Yeah.
That wing is not frozen before it's fried. But if they divide it up, they just drop in frozen wings.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
And that's what I was complaining about with the episode with Ron, or with Honey Glaze, when I was just like, chicken wings have been bad because they don't treat the chicken wing with the same respect. If it's a whole wing, that wing is thawed before it's battered and dropped in. Otherwise, it's just dropped in frozen and then put into a pan and shaken up with some wet dredge on it or whatever. Yeah. And that's what we're rolling with. And I hate that.
That's a sad wing.
I hate that.
Wing.
No, it definitely is a sad wing. Because even with the being broken apart, it's like, bro, like I could crush wings. Bro.
Every time I see a box of wings and they say it's 6, but it's actually 3, "In the Arms of an Angel" just plays in the background in my head, and it's just like, it's like you could feed a starving kid a whole chicken wing, but instead you give him this shit.
Well, that's also the thing too, because it's like, bro, like this is false. It's like, also like, I went to this restaurant the other day where I ordered like a burger and fries didn't come with it, but the burger was like $25 or something. And I was just like,
wow, yeah.
I was like, what is? And of course the burger was like mid, right? And so I'm like, what are we doing? Like, why is it costing me $30-something for a burger and fries? And it's like,
yeah.
But it was funny because I wound up actually like not going with the burger because they had like another option. I went with that. But then it was funny because they the fry like containers, like the silver drinks. Mm-hmm. They were like, they came around our table and was like, can we get those? Because we ran out. And I'm like, hold on. So we had to dump our fries out so they could go use them somewhere else in the restaurant.
They are underprepared.
Wow.
Yeah. I was like, yo, y'all want me to go to Costco or Restaurant Depot for y'all or something? Like,
yeah,
I think IKEA got these jokes. I was like, that's crazy. So I was like, not only you guys gouging me.
What was the tip like?
I think No, tip was included because we were in a large group, so it was I guess 20%.
Got you.
Yeah. But the thing is, it was funny because like she handed it to me, and I saw it said included, right? But it was on the tip page, and I was like, "Are you trying to double dip?"
They do that,
and I was like,
"They absolutely do that."
But she didn't look at me, so I couldn't give her the no, right? So I was like, "Oh, okay." So she like purposely handed it to me, like went like this, and I was just like, "That's a move," because she
hoping you don't see the included tip.
I guess, So I was like, "No." But then I think the other day I went to somewhere and I think it said included, but I'm not sure. So I said no. So I don't know. I might have not tipped. I might have short-shamed them, but that was also because it was crazy. It was like 2 tacos and like 2 drinks, and it was like $50 or something. It was,
where the hell are you going?
I don't know. I ain't there. No, I'm getting invited to places, and this is my problem. See, like me, I would survey these establishments before, and I would know like, oh, I'm not going here. But then, like, we ordered, and then when I got the bill, I was like, oh, that's my budget for the week. Like, I guess I'm eating water this weekend. Like, I need to change the way I move real quick because I was not expecting that. Like, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's ridiculous, man.
That is.
But they shortchanged it.
Was it at least? I was gonna say, was it at least good for $50? Like, was it delicious?
No. It was okay. I mean, like that. I mean, like I mentioned earlier about having that kind of mid experience. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, well, it wasn't that great. Like the drinks were sub. I mean, it was happy hour, so it was like happy hour equivalent.
Happy for them because they overcharged y'all.
Yeah, and then like even the tacos were like, I mean, it was carne asada, but it still wasn't. It wasn't great. It wasn't like it was overflowing.
Steak, man.
And it was like it wasn't even like there was an abundance of toppings. It was literally just meat and corn tortillas, right? Tortillas, and so it was like bro, like they ain't no other. I ain't even know like rice or nothing. It was just basic, right? And I'm like, y'all, I could have went to like.
Tell your friends to make different choices.
No, but I mean, it was cool hanging out with them, but it was a after work joint. But we was in the neighborhood of work,
all right,
and that's where like you can imagine.
There you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
Because we was in downtown Silver Spring.
There you go.
I mean, Crystal City. Yeah, so I was like, all right, well, I won't be going here again. Like. But anyway,
I don't know where Crystal City is. I've never been there.
Outside of the Pentagon, it's outside of the Pentagon,
down the street from Pentagon City, pretty much. But it's like they're remodeling it, so it's all like swanky places, and they could charge.
Gentrified?
You said what?
Not gentrified, just doing it over because we weren't really there to begin with. It's just their rental rates and everything has gone up, so everything goes up with it.
But going back to being like shortchanged and being charged, right? And it's like, bro, this is a bad experience. Like I was like, okay, but whatever.
What I have to say is, Jared, this was a fantastic experience, and it was great catching up with you in real life and in real terms. Yeah. So we're gonna close this one out. So if you want to say anything to the Don't Judge Me audience, the floor is yours. Also, before you get to talking, I just want to let you know, and Sir Nygel the third member of the Don't Judge Me chair, Tone Flow, has also purchased some Hooks rubs and spices.
Oh, nice.
And he says the pepper sauce was too hot, way too hot for his palate, but he made it through.
I'm sorry about that, Tone Flow. But yeah, thank you very much for the support. And mix it with a little bit of honey, just a couple drips.
Oh,
that'll mellow it out. Spicy combo. Anyway, I really definitely appreciate y'all for having me back on the show. I know it's been a minute, and I know I leave some voicemails from time to time. I'm definitely trying to support y'all. Because I love listening to y'all talk. So I appreciate the opportunity to come back here. Go and follow us online, like I said, at HooksRub on Instagram. And if you order at hooksrub.com, HOOKSRUB.com, when you go to checkout, put in the code JUDGE, and that will give you 20% off your order. Oh. And it will help support the Don't Judge Me podcast.
Oh.
Every order with that code helps support the Don't Judge Me podcast. So definitely go do that. And yeah, thank y'all so much. I definitely appreciate it. And yeah, big shout out to my cousin Jay down in Texas. Definitely follow the #Blackout Pod, #Blackout Podcast, and just keep your eye out, keep your ears out. We'll be back, like I said, in April, with the whole new old show, shenanigans, but different shenanigans at the same time. But yeah, I definitely appreciate y'all. Thank you for the time. And if there's anything I'll leave y'all with is, definitely when you season your food, season it well. Don't under-season it. Don't over-season it. Just season it right perfectly. And if you taste it and you can't taste the seasoning, add more seasoning until you can. But no, I appreciate y'all. If y'all ever come to Utah, y'all are more than welcome to come by the house. I will throw down some food and we'll chill. So yeah, that's all I got. But yeah, thank y'all so much. Thank you to the jury. Appreciate y'all. And yeah, that's Jalapeno J out.
Don't judge me.